Good morning and welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you're new here, my name is Jess. Welcome. It is Monday today and I just finished up at the gym. I just did a lower body weight session. It's now 7 a.m. and I am going to head home and get something to eat, do a little more stretching. Hello. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My partner has just headed into work. I am munching on some Fun Day lollies. These are a favourite of mine. They're the perfect kind of afternoon snack if you have a bit of a sweet tooth, but they don't completely throw you off track. I'm always after healthier alternatives for things that I love, and these are perfect. Speaking of, I wanted to come on here and just discuss some of my plans for the next couple of months, I suppose. I have signed up to a challenge through my gym. It's a 8-week challenge which ends, I think, the last week of November, and the first day is today. Now, I don't feel like anyone should feel like they need to do a challenge. It's definitely not necessary, but for me it's just a little something to get my butt into gear and really start focusing on some of those goals of mine. I'm using it as an opportunity to really kick some of those bad habits that I've developed, and make sure I've got a really good routine happening for me. So there's a few things I'm going to be focusing on during this time. One of my goals is fat loss. I've just gone through a muscle gaining phase, which I'm really proud of, but now I'm ready to see what's happening underneath. Especially leading up to summer, I just think the timing's kind of right. So I will be tracking my nutrition much more diligently than I normally do. I normally have some idea of how I'm doing from a nutrition point of view. I always track to some extent, but just not very precisely or accurately. So I'm definitely going to be tightening down on that. Now, I understand that tracking isn't for everyone, completely get that. I know a lot of people who don't like it at all, but personally it works for me. Now, from a nutrition point of view, I also really want to focus on cutting out some of those junk foods that I've been having a lot of lately. Particularly for me, I have a real sweet tooth, hence why I'm eating these. But my issue has been, especially while I'm at work with my nursing job, eating way too many sweet things that I shouldn't be having. So like there's always cakes and lollies and sweets at work, especially on night shift. And I really struggle to say no to those things. In fact, I often intentionally pack those things just because I know I'm going to be craving them. But I'm really going to make an effort to just eat what I pack and not touch anything else. And if I do decide to grab something else, making sure I'm tracking it and it actually fits into my day of eating. I'm also a real sucker for cookies. I love a good chunky cookie. If you've ever heard of Milkman's cookies before, I love them. I love them so much. But I've been having them too often, so I'm going to cut back on that as well. As far as the gym goes, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I have already developed a pretty consistent routine and I just plan on maintaining that. There are a few specific areas that I do want to work on. I want to work on my push-ups. So I just need to do a little bit more work on those at home, as well as calf raises. So I know that I have weak calves, particularly when it comes to running. That's where I run into issues. I've seen a running podiatrist in the past who has really highlighted that for me, and so it's definitely something I want to work on. So I just need to start incorporating more calf exercises into my day-to-day life, just to make sure I'm keeping my calves nice and strong, so that way I don't run into any issues with my next goal. My next goal is running related. So if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I've been running for a little while, a few years now. Last year I was really motivated with my running. I was doing competitions, I was doing half marathons, and really enjoying my running. I got injured earlier on this year, and since then my running has tapered off significantly. My injuries are better, they are fine. I did manage to completely work through my rehab program and kind of work through those injuries. But then I've really lost motivation with my running. I don't have any specific goals that I'm working towards. So I really want to develop a more consistent routine with my running, get a little bit faster again, because I've definitely slowed down. I think that's a combination of both not running consistently and only running maybe once a week lately, as well as the fact that I am a little bit heavier than I was before, and that of course can affect your running as well. So I'm going to try and run 3 times a week. I'm using the Runner app, which I've been using for, I don't know, almost a year now, just under a year, and I love it. It's really good. I am not a personal trainer, I'm not a running coach, and so I really do not know how to program my running effectively and safely. So I love being able to have this app just tell me what to do. Lately I've really only been running 5, 6, 7 Ks on my runs with no real variation. I just go out and run at a moderate pace, which is not ideal. So I'm going to be using the Runner app, and I'm going to be doing a 10K running plan just to get back up to slightly longer distances, seeing as I've only been doing short runs recently. So I'm going to go back to getting a good 10K pace, good for me anyway, and go from there. And I feel like that'll open a lot more doors if I do decide to do any kind of competition, whatever it may be. It's too early to say at this point, to be honest. It could just be me signing up for a 10K in the future. Maybe it'll be something bigger. I don't know. I really just want to get excited about my running, have a good routine again, and just enjoy myself. So I've already been to the gym this morning and I did a lower body strength session, and this afternoon I am going to do a run. I believe it's a speed run, most likely intervals, which is always a challenge. So I'll probably do that in about 2 hours time and get that out of the way. And in the meantime, I'm just going to relax. I've come up with a few little ideas for a book that I'm trying to write. So I'm going to jot down some of those ideas before I forget them. And then I also really need to edit last week's video so I can get it up. Okay, I've managed to write a couple of pages worth of ideas and actually turn it into something readable. And it is now 4 o'clock. So I'm going to start getting ready for my run. I plan on running around 4:30. I'm pretty sure it is a fairly short run, but it's a fast run, so I will get that one out of the way. I'm not normally a afternoon runner, but I kind of feel like I have to now. In the past, I've gone to the gym and done my strength training and then gone for a run afterwards. But it's just getting too hot to be running later in the morning. So I really need to either get my run done first thing in the morning instead of my gym session, or in the afternoon. And at the moment, my priority is still the weights training. Building muscle and strength. I just think my body responds a lot better to weight training than running. I do running because I enjoy it, and it's something that I find challenging and at times fun. But personally, I put much greater value in the weight training that I'm doing. So that comes first, which is why I do that first thing in the morning. And the running, I fit in around the rest of my schedule. And obviously I'm only running 3 times a week as well. So it's normally fairly easy to fit in. I always do a long run on the weekend at some point. Normally on a Saturday or a Sunday, depending on my work schedule. And for my long run, I put my run first, and I'll do my run first thing, and then normally I do Pilates afterwards. But for any other run that I do, it comes second to my strength training. Showered and clean. I've got some dishes to do, and then it's dinner time. I've got some Outlander on in the background just to keep me entertained, and I am once again having these. They've definitely become my favourite solo meal while my partner's working evening shifts. Good morning. It is Tuesday today and day 2 of the challenge. This morning I did a HIIT cardio session, which was really challenging. It had ski, row, the bike, burpees, kick sits, sled pushes, everything. And it was hard. But now I'm going to go home and get some breakfast. I'm pretty sure my partner's got the day off today, so I think we're gonna have a beach day. It's looking promising. The sky is nice and blue, so that should be really nice. I might actually get in the water. I haven't done that since the beginning of winter. But the weather's getting warmer and it's definitely time to start jumping back in the ocean. Okay, I'm at the beach. Got my hat. SPF lip balm.
Cones with a flake, thank you.
Yes, this one's just like anything else.
Oh, that's all, thanks.
You already started.
Cheers. Who knows?
I picked up a hat today while we were out shopping. I think it's pretty cool.
If you want an alarm clock, guys, that wakes you up early, just get a dog. You do a good job of that.
Good morning, happy Wednesday. I did go to the gym this morning. I did a full body weight session. I didn't have a chance to say hello earlier this morning in the car. For some reason, the area that I go to the gym in was really busy this morning and there were no car parks. I went to hop in my car and film and say hello like I normally would, but somebody was waiting for my car park, so I had to go. I have had my protein shake, I've had some breakfast, and now I'm going to go for a little walk. The sun's come out, the sky is nice and blue now, which is amazing because it started off pretty cloudy this morning. And I am on night shift tonight, just a random one-off night shift, which is a bit gross, but that's okay. So I'm just going to do my normal pre-night shift routine, which is essentially being nice and active in the morning, resting and having a little nap in the afternoon, and then going into night shift. So I'm going to get my walk started. I've got a few podcasts lined up that I want to listen to, so I'm excited about that. And then I'll come home and have some lunch. I just finished my walk, it's now lunchtime. I popped to the supermarket on my way home and grabbed a few things. Just little snacky things for night shift really. I want to try these. So they're Up and Goes, but they're the high protein Up and Goes. Apparently it's got 17 grams of protein and it's about 200 calories per serve, so not bad. I'm sure it's full of sugar, it is. But you win some, you lose some, and on night shift, if this is something that I can tolerate without feeling nauseous, I'm all for it. So I'm gonna give it a go. Also brought these. They are Tasty Made Simple cold pressed fruit and nut bar. It's got a 4-star health rating, that's always nice. So, it has dates, cocoa powder, cashews, sunflower seed paste, dried cherries, and natural flavour apparently. So a fairly small ingredient list, which I think is always a good thing. And 120 calories, just a little snack, middle of the night. If I'm feeling peckish at work, I could just stick it in my pocket and have it ready to go if I need something to munch on. My issue on night shifts, I think I've mentioned before on this channel, is I struggle to really tolerate big meals on night shift. In fact, I can't do it. I feel really nauseous on night shift, exhausted. It's just not a fun time, and so while I'm feeling nauseous, exhausted, can't really tolerate any big meals or even certain kinds of food. I really struggle eating protein on night shift. Some kinds of dairy I really struggle with. And despite the fact that I'm feeling nauseous and don't really feel like eating any proper decent food, I still get really hungry, my tummy's growling, and I have to eat to get through the night. But at the same time, the only thing I'm craving is sugar. I want lollies, I want biscuits, I want cake, all the stuff that's really bad for you. But it's the only thing I can really eat without feeling nauseous, which is why I'm always looking for things that work for me on night shift, because it is a struggle. And if it has protein in it, and I can tolerate that, that's a win, which is why I think these could be good. Because I've been able to tolerate Up and Goes on night shift before, but obviously there's really not normally much protein in these, but these have 17 grams. which would be nice. Strawberries. I find fruit is amazing for snacking on night shift. Tolerate it well, hits the spot with the sweet tooth, it's good for you. Love that. To help with my sugar cravings that I always have on night shift. Some Fun Day lollies. Can eat them and feel good about it. I also just got some milk for my partner and bananas as well. I also went to the post office to pick up a package that arrived. Very exciting. I got socks. These are my favorite socks. I first started wearing Features socks when it came to my running. I just really needed a good quality pair of running socks, especially when I was doing longer distances. And they're amazing. They're the only socks I wear that I don't get blisters in. I have not gotten, how do I say that? I've never developed a blister on my feet while wearing these socks, which is amazing. I wear the crew socks for running, and then I wear these socks for walking. I just don't want awkward lines from the sun on my legs when I go out for long walks. And it's really hot. Exciting stuff. But if you're looking for a really good quality pair of socks, Features socks are the way to go. Top content right there. All right, I've got my Coke Zero. I'm hoping this gives me some energy because I'm tired. I swear sometimes going into a night shift, I feel even more tired. I think it's my body just knows what's coming. Sometimes the thought of going into a night shift when all you want to be able to do is go to bed at a normal time like a normal person and not completely mess up your sleep schedule. Some people don't know how good they've got it being able to go to bed at the same time every single day and not have to do all-nighters every single week. It sucks. It's the one thing, I mean, nursing has a lot of positives. It's got a lot of flexibility, but it most definitely has its downsides, and night shift is one of them. In my opinion. You get the odd crazy nurse that loves night shifts. I don't. And it's also the fact that night shifts, they take so long to recover from. The whole next day is almost a write-off. So even though you're only doing one shift, your day before is preparing for the night shift and you've got to sleep in the afternoon. And the day afterwards, I literally feel like I'm a combination of jet-lagged, hungover, sleep-deprived. Like, I feel miserable after a night shift. So, got that to look forward to. But I'm going to forget about that because there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to enjoy my sandwich. It is now 5 o'clock in the evening. I spent the last few hours lying in bed trying to get some sleep. Rather unsuccessfully, unfortunately. It just happens sometimes, unfortunately. My body, of course, doesn't understand that it's going to be staying up all night long. And so it doesn't get why I am trying to have a nap in the afternoon. But it will make night shift tonight difficult. Anyway, I'm going to make myself some dinner now and pack my food for overnight. Good morning. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I've just woken up after my night shift last night. I have made myself some Vegemite and cheese on toast and I'm having an energy drink to help get me through because I'm exhausted. I'm going to be jumping on a video call with one of the coaches from my gym shortly just to discuss the challenge and my goals, etc. And then at 5:30 I'm going to a gym class, which is going to take a lot of effort to get to. I don't normally train after night shift, but I did book quite a late class, so I've got plenty of time to sleep. Anyway, I'm going to relax and eat my food for a bit. Hello, I have been to the gym and I'm now back home, all showered, and I'm going to make some dinner. I never usually go to an evening gym class. I'm just much more of a morning workout person. But it was actually really fun, and I really enjoyed it. I don't think I'll do it regularly, but after a night shift it could be a really good option for me, so that's really exciting. And now I'm going to make myself some dinner. I'm going to have this. I've never had it before, so it's beef ravioli, but it's like a high protein version. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to add some sauce to it. Because my partner's on evening shifts this week, I'm really just having fun exploring little solo meal ideas. This is not the kind of thing that he enjoys, but I do, so it's a nice opportunity for me to have little things I don't get to have that often. So I'm going to give it a go.
Wasn't Sandring the suspected Jacobite himself? Maybe. Kind heart. No idea. Looking all over for you.
And nor would he approve if he did.
By my word. He's picked a fine. So many goings on. I certainly have no time to review these libelous.
He's such a good and stout authority. His grievances deserve to be heard.
Good morning, happy Friday. I just finished a upper body workout and now I'm going to head home and have some breakfast. It's now 5:30 in the evening and I just finished a run. I've had a really low mood this whole day. Just felt really down in the dumps, not for any particular reason. I've just been really emotional and very unmotivated. I convinced myself over and over again prior to this run not to go, and then I changed my mind and told myself I was going, and eventually I got it done. And of course I'm definitely feeling better for it now, as I knew I would. I knew if I didn't go, my bad mood would just continue. Whereas if I did go, there's a chance I'd come out the other side feeling better. And I do feel better, so that's good. So I apologise for the lack of footage today, mostly because I really didn't do much and I wasn't in the mood to film myself not doing much. I am starving, so I'm going to quickly have some dinner. I've got leftovers from last night, the beef ravioli, and then I'm going to jump in the shower and wash my hair and just make myself feel and look a bit nicer. I have a headline. There is such a beautiful sunset in front of me right now. I'll show you it while I'm heating up my dinner. Okay, I've got my dinner. I've been trying to figure out why I've been feeling so low today, and I really don't know. It's my first day off from work, full day off. So you'd think I'd be happy. I am definitely still tired from night shift the other night, and I think I'm still recovering from that to some extent. I don't know, I really don't. Hopefully I just feel a bit better tomorrow. Alright, I am freshly showered and I've washed my hair, and now I'm going to tint my eyebrows. I've been doing this at home for, must be at least a year now. I managed to figure out what dye my previous brow artist used. And so I brought the same stuff that she used on me and learned to do it myself. Now, please excuse the bad angles because I am going to have to get really close for this. You gotta trust the process. I know it looks funny right now. Okay. So I made sure all the hairs are covered. And I go in with a brush and make sure the shape is how I want it to be. Wet it. And I kind of just go around the outside. Alright, start my timer. Okay, now I wait. Alright, that's been sitting for about 7 minutes, and now I'm going to take it off. Give them a good scrub to make sure I've got any last product off. Alright, and so this is the finished product, just a little bit darker. So The place where I used to get my brows done charged, I think it was roughly $70 for a brow tint and wax. And my hair is so fair, especially just on my eyebrows, that I really don't need a proper wax. I just get the odd straight hair with tweezers and then I dye it myself. And doing that, I think I would have saved, it's going to be around $1,000 for a year. So definitely worthwhile doing. And it's quite easy to do, doesn't take long at all. And I'm pretty sure that even when I'm no longer saving for a house deposit, I'm just going to keep doing them myself. It's so easy to do. You don't have to go to an appointment. It's so much cheaper. One thing I do miss getting done was I used to get my eyelashes curled. I miss that. And I've tried doing it myself and failed miserably. So one day I'll do that, but for now, it just makes me feel a little more put together. Okay, so over the last few days, I've picked up a couple of new pieces of activewear. So I figured I'd do a little kind of collective haul for you. I brought 2 tank crop tops from Muscle Republic, and then I also brought one from Crop Shop Boutique. Okay, so this is the first tank top. This one's from Muscle Republic, and it's a really nice kind of bluey grey cropped tank top. It's got a built-in kind of shelf bra, so it's perfect just for a nice walk. A little bit booby, but not too much. Big fan of this one. Okay, I have another Muscle Republic cropped tank top. Love this one as well. It's also got the built-in shelf bra. And I know I'm going to get lots of use out of this one once again. I've really been loving Muscle Republic lately. I own so many pieces from them. Now for the Muscle Republic tanks, I am wearing a size small, which is my usual size. Okay, and lastly I have the Crop Shop Boutique tank top. So it's this one here. And it's got a really gorgeous, I don't know how to show you this, back. Now for this one, I have sized up to a medium. I never size up to a medium, but this collection of theirs in particular is really, really compressive and form-fitting. I actually got this exact same tank top in a small previously and had to return it. I do normally wear a size small in Crop Shop Boutique. It's just this collection, for some reason, is particularly small, but this is perfect. Hello, it is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I am about to go for a walk. I've got my new Muscle Republic tank top on and I'm ready to go outside and enjoy some sunshine. Partner's at work once again, so I'm all on my lonesome for the afternoon. So I figured what better way to enjoy it than to get outside, enjoy the nature, and listen to a few podcasts. Hello, I am back from my walk, I popped into the supermarket on my way home and I picked up a few things, mostly just for work over the next few days. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I am doing 12-hour day shifts, which means that pretty much every single meal that I eat will be at work. So I've been finding lately I like to have just a little snack, a little something to eat before I start work, which I start work at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I just don't feel like having a full breakfast at like 6 a.m. And then I like to have my actual breakfast around, well, it depends on what time I get my break, but it's normally roughly 9, 10 a.m. And then I have my lunch whenever I get my lunch, which is anywhere between 12 and 2. And then dinner on my final break around 5 o'clock-ish. And then I will just have a little dessert when I get home. But other than that, everything is at work. So I'm going to be packing the Up and Goes, the high protein ones that I got the other day. I'm going to have that as my little before work snack to kind of keep me going until 9 o'clock when I have my breakfast. For breakfast, I'm going to have Weet-Bix. I just find it easier to pack than other breakfast options, and it's cheap. And then for lunch, this is what I'm going to do differently. Previously I've been having a sandwich, but it's just not really cutting it. And I've really noticed lately, just this week, that I've been paying a lot more attention to my nutrition. I don't have enough vegetables in my diet at all. Especially when I'm having dinners by myself, because I just get lazy and I can't be bothered cooking anything. And so I just eat easy meals. But I definitely need more vegetables in my diet. So what I'm going to be having for lunch at work is one of these rice punnets and some salad, more salad, and some of this chicken. So I've seen people do these kind of, salad rice bowls a lot on social media. I think it's a really good way of getting some good nutrient dense food in while still being really filling. I've seen a lot of people do it with tuna, which I don't love. And I also don't want to stink out my work staff room with tuna. So chicken. This is what I've been having in my sandwiches lately, so I know I love it. It's quick, it's easy, it's already prepared. Big fan. And I'll just mix all that up and have some of that for my lunch. And then I also have meals next week, which I'm also going to have by myself because my partner is doing more evening shifts. If they could stop giving him evening shifts, I'd be so grateful because I'm really over it. Okay. So this is for one of my dinners by myself. Again, me getting the things that I don't normally get when I'm eating with him. This is some gnocchi. Looks really yummy. I'm gonna give it a go sometime next week. And then I just got some blueberries for a snack because I like them. And I got some Fanta. It's purple. I thought it looked cool, so I'm gonna try it with dinner tonight. Anyway, that's my little grocery haul. Okay, I'm gonna make myself some dinner now. I've just put the groceries away. And once again, I really love these. They're my favorite. They're also really low in calories and high in protein, which is perfect for me right now. And it's something my partner would hate. So, also, let's give this a try. It's different than I thought it would be. I like it. I don't know why I was thinking, like, I was expecting a really strong kind of grape flavour. What are you? Join the flavour hunt. Right. So it doesn't have a flavour, you're just supposed to guess. Somewhere between grape and like a cotton candy. Like it feels thicker almost. I don't know. That's weird. Also, check out the back of this. Doesn't it just have the nicest back on it, that low scoop? I love it. Alright guys, I am just about to jump into bed, and so I am going to say goodbye here. Thank you so much for watching another one of my weekly vlogs. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and leave a comment below. And I will see you next week.